What's up, everybody? Relay here, bringing you the real talk. Before we dive into today's critical breakdown, if you're ready for more straight fire on gaming, smash that like button and subscribe for daily bangers. Now, let's get into it. There was a time when the sound of a 7-kill Harrier strike overhead was the most terrifying and exhilarating sound in gaming. An era when the entire side of a building could collapse around you, changing the battlefield in an instant. This was the golden age of the modern military shooter, a 5-year stretch from roughly 2007 to 2012, where the genre felt untouchable. So what happened? Why, over a decade later, does it feel like an entirely lost generation of games? This isn't about the latest trailer or which franchise is winning this year. This is a historical deep dive, a post-mortem examination to answer one fundamental question. Why did the modern military shooter die? The answer isn't a single bad game or a failed launch. The genre wasn't murdered. It was slowly bled out by a fundamental shift, not in design, but in economics. To understand the death, we first have to understand the life. The Golden Age. It began with Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Before 2007, shooter meant World War II or science fiction. COD4 changed everything. It created the formula. A modern, grounded setting, a revolutionary perk and progression system that kept you hooked, and kill streaks that made every player feel like a god. The perk system alone was a work of genius, creating build diversity and endless debate. Would you run stopping power for extra damage or juggernaut to survive? The choices felt meaningful. The kill streaks weren't just rewards. They were a power curve within the match itself. Getting that 7-kill Harrier strike, which then helped you get the 11-kill chopper gunner, created a snowball effect that was utterly addictive. It wasn't just a game, it was a perfect dopamine-fueled loop. Meanwhile, DICE was building the other side of the coin with Battlefield. Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 perfected large-scale warfare. It wasn't just about bigger maps. It was about meaningful scale. It was about teamwork, vehicles, and the jaw-dropping spectacle of the Frostbite engine. We remember the visceral chaos of defending MCOM stations in rush mode, or the incredible moments on maps like Caspian Border, where jets roared overhead while tanks clashed below. The destruction wasn't a gimmick, it was a tactical tool. You didn't just breach a door, you blew a hole in the entire damn wall. These two titans, COD and Battlefield, defined the genre. They offered different flavors of the same core fantasy, a believable, immersive military conflict. So where are the cracks? It started subtly, a push towards near-future settings, advanced movement systems. But the real kill shot, the one that fundamentally altered the genre's DNA forever, was the death of the old business model. The Golden Age was built on a simple transaction. You paid $60 for a complete game, and maybe $15 for a map pack that included 4 new maps. The goal was to sell you a great game that you and your friends would play for years. The new model, perfected by games like Fortnite and Apex Legends, wasn't about selling a game, it was about selling a continuous service. The goal is no longer to sell a product, it is to maximize player recurring investment, to sell you a never-ending stream of cosmetic items through a battle pass. This new model is, on paper, more profitable. Instead of a one-time purchase, it creates a constant revenue stream built on FOMO, the fear of missing out. You have to log in every day, complete your challenges, and grind the pass before it disappears forever. This is brilliant for player retention metrics that please investors. But this new economic reality created a design imperative that was poison to the classic military shooter. Think about it. Why have generic, camouflaged soldiers who fit the tone of the world when you can sell unique, brightly colored specialists or operators? Hero characters are simply better canvases for selling skins. Why maintain a grounded, gritty art style when you can sell a Nicki Minaj operator and make millions? The business model of the Battle Pass is fundamentally at odds with the creative principle of a cohesive, immersive world. This economic shift had other, deeper consequences. Community-run servers and server browsers, the lifeblood of clans and tight-knit communities? Gone. Why let players host their own experiences with custom map rotations and rules when you can force everyone into a centralized matchmaking system where you can constantly advertise the new store items and implement aggressive, opaque, skill-based matchmaking, or SBMM. The focus shifted from fostering community to optimizing the individual player's session for maximum playtime and potential spending. The Slop era we talk about today isn't the disease, it's a symptom. It's the inevitable creative outcome of a business model that prioritizes player spending over player immersion. Which brings us to today. We see echoes of the past. Modern Warfare 2019 was a brief, tantalizing glimpse of a return to form. The aesthetics were perfect, the gunplay felt incredible. But it was a Trojan horse. It looked like a Golden Age game, but it was built on the new model's foundation. Its map design was notoriously slow and campy, and it served as the launchpad for Warzone, fully cementing the franchise in the live service Battle Pass-driven ecosystem. The excitement around the next Battlefield trailer proves how desperate the community is for that classic feeling. But we have to be realistic. The genre of the modern military shooter as we knew it is dead. The economic engine that built it has been ripped out and replaced. You cannot build a 2009 game on a 2025 business model. The incentives are completely different. And until the core business model of the industry changes, we will only ever get echoes and imitations, not a true successor. The Golden Age is history. And as gamers, understanding that history is the only way to make sense of the present. So I want to end with a question for the archives, a question for everyone who was there. What is one map from that entire golden era that you would pay full price just to play one more time on modern technology? Let me know in the comments, and if you believe understanding gaming's past is the key to demanding a better future, make sure you're subscribed to RelayHQ. We're just getting started.